Hello everyone, welcome to Unit 5. This is week 5, and for this week's assignments, I'm going to show you the 3 fabrics that you're going to look at. 74 is seersucker, okay? 111 is embossed seersucker, and 115 is plissé, okay? Plissé. Now, you're going to notice that for this project, all 3 of these have kind of the same look. They have this puckered look to them. If you notice, it's like a little puckered look, okay? Don't disregard this jersey here. So it has this, it looks like it's wrinkled almost. Like some people who may not notice may think that they have to iron it out. Well, each one of these is done in a different way, with a different method. So they may look similar, but they were created in different ways, and they have different, since they have different finishes, they may wash differently. That finish may not stay in it permanently, and it may wash out. So this is what your chart's gonna look like. Okay, this chart is the one that you print out in the assignment details. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to tell us during which process was the characteristic texture of this fabric added to the fabric. Okay, so that look, when did you get that crinkled look? Was it during fiber production, spinning, weaving, or finishing? And that's exactly what you're going to do for each one of these. So it's going to look something like this. Weaving, finishing, or weaving, whatever it is. This is a fake chart, okay? Just create a fake one so you can look at it. Okay, so for number 2, it says name the process and describe it thoroughly for each swatch. Basically, what is the name of the process and describe it? So if you figure out, like for example, going back to this fake chart, let's say that you find out that seersucker is a weave, okay? Then tell me what weave is it? Is it a Momet weave? Then if it is a Momet weave, look it up and tell me what the Momet weave is. Tell me about it. How is it created? Let's say that for embossed seersucker, you find out that it's an embossed, it's a finish, and that the embossed seersucker receives its look during glazing. Well, what is glazing? So look in your index, look and see if you can find glazing. And tell me what it is. So you can look all through your index. I'm not, you won't be able to read it here. And what is glazing? So right here it tells you it is a flattening of the cross section of the heat sensitive fibers or yarns resulting from exposure to high temperatures. Better yet, sometimes you don't get a good enough feeling for what it means. Look it up in the index. You know what the index looks like. I don't think I need to tell you what the index looks like, but there's a bunch of information that you can look in your book for, and glazing's on page 153. So we look at page 153 and see what it says about glazing, if that's what it is. Same thing for plissé, do the same thing, okay? Then we're gonna look at number 3. Number 3 says, use table 17.1 on page, on page 397 of your book. So you're going to look at page 397 of your book, of the text, and identify whether the process is structural or applied. So go to your book. There's the red chart. That's what you're going to look at. And you have structural designs, you have applied designs. And it tells you specifics, like structural designs are usually more expensive. Applied designs are usually less expensive. Decisions are made earlier in the process, more time consuming. Decisions are made later in the process, less time consuming. So read through them so you understand them well enough. So you're gonna tell me basically and simply that it's either structural or applied. That's all you have to write in this, okay? You're gonna further discuss this later in the rest of your chart, okay? Because based on what you learned here, you're going to be able to answer these other questions, okay? So although it's simple right there, you're going to add more to it. So number 4, which is the next section, tells you to imagine that you are choosing one of these fabrics for a 6 to 10-year-old girl's blouse for a company that sells to mass market retailers. Select one of the 3 fabrics, okay, seersucker, embossed seersucker, or plissé, and use the terminology in 17.1. Compare each fabric to the others in relative terms and relate them to the customer's needs. And based on that decision, you're going to answer these questions, A through F. Now, when you do that, think about what a 6 to 10-year-old girl wants. Do they like the feel of the fabric? Do they complain about itchiness? Do they like the look of it? Remember, they are 6 to 10 and they do have their own opinions as well. And remember that the parents usually do the cleaning at these ages, so what does the parent want as well? So then you're going to answer A, which fabric would you choose and why?